Would you like your photos to look like this? Or maybe this? Or maybe this? Or maybe this? Stick around in this video. I'm going to show you exactly how I got these results. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Stand Up SJ Square Photography, bringing you back another video today. As you've seen in the intro of the videos, I have a few nice images that I've had and actually had videos on this YouTube channel. And I'm actually going to show you how I was able to get those photos retouched. The product that I'm going to talk about is Retouch4Me reached out for me to sponsor this video. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an overview of what I think about it. Now, to be completely transparent about the whole entire situation, I have been using Retouch4Me for like the last 3 years before they even reached out to me probably about a month ago and asked me to sponsor and make a video about their product. I absolutely love Retouch4Me. It's my absolute favorite plug-in for Photoshop. That's the only reason why I kind of use Photoshop, because as you know, guys, if you stuck around on my channel long enough, you know my retouching kind of went from, in the beginning days, it kind of went from Lightroom then straight to Affinity Photo on the iPad. But now, since they had all these plugins that came in like Retouch4Me, now my photo editing process is, now I will go through and use Lightroom, and then I will go ahead and go to Photoshop because that's where all the plugins are at, and then I will end up taking it to Affinity Photo just for the final touches. One big sell about Retouch4Me is simply it's a AI based plugin editing app. It's absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. And when they reached out to me, I was actually really ecstatic because I'm like, yo, I've been using your products forever. Like, I just absolutely love your products. Just a brief mention about, you know, saying what this product is about and who is really kind of for. This product is really for people, for retouching, for portrait photographers, because this is definitely strictly a portrait photographer plugin. And we're going to try to dive into that. I'm going to show you the different type of plugins that they offer, and I'm going to kind of dive into what I absolutely own myself, and then what they was able to let me go ahead and kind of review for the video as well. What is Retouch4Me? Again, it is a plugin based app that I use on Photoshop, but you could also use it as a standalone app as well. So that's one of the big major things I absolutely do like about these plugins. Actually, they kind of have their own app where you're able to use it if you don't have a Photoshop. Well, let's just say, like, for instance, like I still use Affinity Photo. So let's just say you didn't even have Photoshop. You're able to still use these products if you only just purchase them, because they all work standalone as well. But I'm not going to show you the standalone. I'm going to show you parts of standalones of it, but I'm also going to show you like my workflow in Photoshop. They have like a dodge and burn, a portrait volume, a eye vessel, a eye brightening, a healing, a skin tone, skin mask. I'm going to put up a little list while I'm trying to remember this as well. They got fabric, they got cleaning, backgrounds. I'm talking, they have a load of plugins, man. Like it's definitely really tailored for portrait photographers and content creators, and maybe some high-end retouching as well. So again, with all those different type of plugins as well, like I said, the installation is pretty good. It does work for Mac and also PC. Again, guys, I'm going to be running it on my Mac. That's what I use. I use the M1 Max Studio that I have here. I forgot the exact specs of it, but I know it is the M1 Max, a little bit older one. So this is what I'm going to be running it on. But it also works for Macs and PC. All right, guys, so now what I'm going to do right now is give you a live demo of how the Retouch4Me plugin for Photoshop and Lightroom kind of works right here. Now, again, I'm working in Photoshop. This is kind of like my workflow from here. I go from Lightroom straight to Photoshop, and then I kind of use these plugins. Again, Retouch4Me is the main reason why I started using for Photoshop, because beforehand I always went from Lightroom to Affinity Photo on the iPad. But since before right here, and this is after. And now I'm going to kind of show you a few of these plugins, how you kind of use it just as a standalone device right here. So now what I kind of do now is I kind of just go ahead and duplicate my, my layer as anybody else would do. And what you want to do is you want to come up here to filter, and then you want to come down, you go to Retouch4Me. And what the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the skin mask, because the skin mask is absolutely a blast to use. It's absolutely so freaking precise. I'm going to go ahead, it opens up this dialog box. As you can see, it's kind of working this AI magic, and it's absolutely going to produce and show and select all of the skin as you see right here. Now, once that's kind of done, I go ahead, apply, and it's going to go ahead and make a separate layer of just the skin. So now from here on out, we are using nothing but the skin layer that it provided from Retouch4Me. So the next thing, what I will kind of do from here is I will absolutely kind of use the skin tone. And the skin tone is another one that is absolutely game changing, man. The skin tone one, it's just kind of, what it does is it just takes an even and it just evens out everything throughout the skin. So it makes everything even and concise. As you can see right here, it's a couple of things right here that's not really that even on her. Let me go ahead and cut off this mask, sorry guys. That's not really even. You can see down here it's kind of blotchy down here just a tad bit, and it's kind of different kind of colorations. And naturally how all humans have that. So I'm just gonna go down, come down to skin tone. It's kind of going to do this thing again. What I kind of do here is I just kind of let it do its own freaking thing. And as you can see, if you hit this little red thing, it kind of shows you exactly what it's doing. It kind of in the greenish areas here. It kind of show you in the green exactly what it's about to do. I just erased that by accident. But as you can see, it kind of shows, you hit apply, and next thing you know it, now your skin tones is kind of mutes out. It's kind of taking out the reddish part of the things. As you can see, I'm going to hit the after before, and then I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to hit the after. As you can see, it kind of takes away the redness. That's what skin tone kind of does. Kind of makes everything kind of a neutral and one on skin tone even. So the very next thing, what I'm going to do next is, that's pretty much what I'm going to show you now. Is I'm going to show you how I use one of the biggest things, which is the dodge and burn. So I'm going to go here to dodge and burn. Go down here real quick, hit dodge and burn, let it run its course again. It's gonna do it automatically. You see these little things, you can pick it. You can also, kind of wild out with this with the blend mode, right? You can kind of go really, really crazy with it. I'm gonna show you the original, or I'm gonna show you the preview right there. Cut it on here. You can see I can go like super crazy with it. The yellow is what is kind of dodging and burning. I can go super crazy with it, or I can come down and be really subtle with it. For retouches purposes, I'm actually going to bring it all the way up to the 100 mark and just kind of really show you so you can get a good grasp about how that works. Now, as you can see right here, cut that on and off. You can really kind of tell. Let's go and zoom in on the face here. You can really kind of tell what it does right here on the face here. It really just does what it needs to do. Really good job of just dodging and burning. And now the dodge and burn kind of works on a macro level, right guys? It kind of works on a macro level. Now the portrait volume, sorry guys, that's the one that kind of does a dodge and burn on a global level. So on a global level, it does a dodge and burn, and the dodge and burn does it more on a macro level. So let's just go ahead and go to the portrait volume, sorry. And this is kind of going to do it on the global level, and I'm kind of going to show you there. And then I'm going to kind of move on to a next picture, kind of show you how I kind of use Retouch4Me and the best way I use it. So again, let's just go ahead and go here so you can kind of see. You can see it's really kind of, the yellowish is really what it's kind of affecting on. Again, if you really want to go extreme with it, which I would do for this process, we're just going to go take it up to 100. I don't never really necessarily like using it like this intense, because I kind of feel like it kind of makes it over processing. So I'll actually kind of like use it on a kind of very minimum, just kind of make it still everything look kind of natural. That's the way I like using Retouch4Me. As you can see right here, global burn, and bam, there it is right there. As you can see right here, it kind of really cleans up everything down here in the global, definitely in the legs, how most of the skin was still kind of blotchy, but once you hit that global dodge and burn, bam, it kind of makes everything even, does pretty much everything for you. That's the reason why I love this so much. Now, as you can see, that's kind of what's done there. And then if you kind of see right here with this photo here, this is what all of them put together with the eye burn, with the dodge and burn. You can kind of really tell, like, it really just kind of, it just works, man. It just freaking works. It's the reason why I love this plug-in and this company so much. Like, the stuff just works, man, and it looks freaking good, and you got a lot of control to it as well. You got like a lot of super control with it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next photo right here. Now, as you can see right here, I'm going to go ahead and delete my last layer. This is what it looks like before. Now, the main way I use this, I actually use this panel right here. As you can see, I use this panel. It has everything that I have, along with a couple extra with the dust, the white teeth, the fabric, and the clean background. I don't never use these. The ones I got checked is the ones I use mainly because I feel like those are the ones that kind of really dedicated and meant for portrait photographer. So as you go down, if you hit this little arrow right here, you can see, say I got the healing, you can adjust the sensitivity. Now it's not going to give you that global map. This is a thing that's going to just do it for you, right? So necessarily I'm going to keep that at 100. I usually keep that at 100. I usually keep my matter. Matter is one of the things where it takes away the shine, so you can really pay attention to up here, right here. It's going to really kind of take that shine down a little. That's what Matterford does. Right here is the dodge and burn again. You see, I see it at 75%. That's the way I like keeping that 10th warmth. Go ahead and show you my presets right here. The portrait volume again, I like to keep that very, very low. The skin tone again, like keep that at 60 again, because I feel like 60 is a good sweet spot for that. And then the eye vessel, and then the eye brightening, and then the skin mask again. So I'm gonna go ahead and close all of these quick tables up, and I'm gonna go ahead, I am running the M1 Max. So I'm gonna show you, we're gonna go ahead and time this exactly how long it takes to get done. So when I hit this retouch button, it's gonna show you how long it's gonna take to get this done, so you can get a real good time and feel how long it really kind of takes per photo, and depending on how much detail, because this is a lot of detail in this photo, because again, it's 3/4 shots. It's a lot of detail on her. And again, this is AI, it's a standalone device. They do have it where you can do a cloud retouching. If you don't have a machine that's powerful enough, you can actually send it to the cloud. I haven't used that feature before because I feel like the M1 Max does enough for me. It's enough power for me to do these photos like this. So we're just gonna wait a little bit. As you can see right here in the bottom left hand corner, you can kind of it shows you the progress a little bit. Obviously it does have a progress bar, but that's off the screen. I'm not recording right now, but it has a progress bar. You can kind of gauge of what it's doing right here in the layer panel. So you can want to look at that, just kind of see how it's gauging and when things are getting done. All right, and now we are done. It's completely done. I'm going to show you the before and after. That's the before, there's the after. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more on this so you can show, so I can give you a real good look of what it really kind of does, because it's really really affect the face a lot. So let's just go ahead and do the before, as you see right here, and after. Again, guys, this plugin works flawlessly, man. It absolutely works flawlessly. Love it right here. So let's just go ahead and go right on to a next photo. Now, as you can see right here, let me go ahead and delete this. And this is what I'm going to show you about the healing thing. As you can see right here, nice photo. Again, you've got the shine right here. I'm going to use matter. I'm actually going to use everything. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to use the heal in this particular thing. I'm not going to do the automatic process. I'm going to declick the heal. The reason why I'm going to show you exactly the reason why I'm going to declick the heal and not use it as of right now, or we can use it before we even do the retouching right here. So let me show you what we're going to do before. So since I know I'm going to declick the heal, so I'm going to go ahead and use it before. And the reason why I'm going to go ahead and use it before and I'm not going to use it in the automatic panel that they have for is simply because I'm going to show you. So we go here, we're going to go to heal. You see how it kind of works pretty quickly. Again, then we come here to erase brush, because now I got to erase some things. As you can see, let's go ahead and zoom in here. I'm gonna hit the before and after. As you can see, everything in the white is what is going to, as they seem as defections, right? Guys, this is AI. So even though it's AI and it's pretty smart, it does a pretty good job, obviously they still see these as defections, imperfections, defections, or whatever you want to say, but they're not. They're just natural beauty marks of her skin. So we don't want to take those out. We don't want the machine to blank take those out. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hit the erase button. I'm going to make my advance a little bit bigger, and all I'm going to do is erase all of her beauty marks out of this. So out of this selection, so it won't do anything. There we go. I'm going to take that one out as well, and then this one out here. So yeah, so I got all the beauty marks for them, and here's one right here. All right, so I got all the beauty marks that you see right here. That's just naturally just comes with a body. I'm gonna go ahead and apply. All right, and it does that, and it did not even affect the beauty mark, as you can see, but it took out everything else that it had selected as imperfection. You can definitely tell right here on the arm right here. So now once that's done, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the retouch for me. Now without the heel not cut on, we're gonna see how long this is going to take. Which again, this is a close-up, really very detailed pictures to 3/4. And the very next, and my very last example, I want to show you a full body example of just kind of hitting in, just to kind of show you how well it still works with a full body. Now, I really think this is kind of working pretty quick, but again, this is very detailed. I did shoot this with the Nikon Z7, which is 45 megapixels. As you can also see, it's a very close-up, kind of intimate, almost 3/4 picture, and just kind of fill up the frame. So there's a lot of detail here. So you can kind of tell the difference between the last photo and this photo. And the last photo was also shot on the Z7 as well. But now you can see it's finally finished, and here's the before and after. As you can see, this is absolutely looks amazing to me. Again, these are my own presets where I think it still looks kind of natural, instead of like the one we did here where I kind of took it to the extreme where, you know, it's just kind of not so natural and you can kind of really tell it's been work. So I like this right here where it still looks kind of natural. And again, this ain't my last process. I'll also take it over to Affinity Photo to kind of finish out my process, to kind of retouch the skin a little bit. Now here's going to be my final example here. Let's go ahead and go right here. Again, this is kind of just to show you how long it takes on a full body and how to show you how accurate it is. Again, I'm just going to hit the retouch again. Guys, I don't use it as standalone. Like the examples I was showing you at the beginning, I don't use it that way. This is the way I use it. Like I use this 90% of the time, 99% of the time, because it's that good. Like it's literally that good. It's that precise. I don't need to do anything else. Like I feel like I don't need to do anything else to this besides let the program does this thing, and this is the reason why it speeds up your workflow, because you're just letting the program does its job. And again, if you feel like any of these programs that you don't want to use, you just don't use them, right? You use what's you best for me. But for me, again, when I started off using Retouch4Me, I started off with the portrait volume, the dodge and burn, and the skin mask. I feel like those was the most important to me. Now we're finally finished with this one right here. And now let's just go ahead and show you the before and after. Again, this is my settings. This is kind of naturally how I kind of use it, very, very subtle to still kind of make it look very, very natural. I've been using this for like the last at least 3 years, guys. I've been using Retouch4Me for like the last 3 years, at least. As you can see, very, very natural. Does a very good job of dodge and burn. Also does a very good job of cleaning up the skin tones. The skin tones actually doing a good job of actually making everything even where it's not so red. Definitely if you kind of look in the thighs right here, definitely in this area here. This is before, and then after, look at it afterwards. Like it really cleans it up, makes it nice and even, makes it look really, really good. So I'm gonna do one more full body. This right here is another full body, or the case may be. As again, I'm gonna back up, go down to a thighs. You can see it does a really good job on the tattoos. It's really smart about that. It really don't mess with the tattoo as much. Definitely the skin mask, as you can see, it absolutely kind of works around it, but it also still kind of does the skin that's in between it. So the skin mask does an excellent job of that as well. So now I'm gonna go ahead and give you the pros and cons about these plugins. All right, so let's go ahead and go over the pros and cons of Retouch4Me plugin on Photoshop and Lightroom. Now, obviously, the pros, I feel like there's more pros than cons. That's just me personally. But one of the pros is it's a huge time saver, as I've been mentioning in the live demo. It's a huge time saver. I know it saved me personally tons of time of editing photos. Again, I do kind of go a little bit overboard, giving a little bit more edits than I need to be. But again, it absolutely saves a lot of freaking time on photo retouching, which I absolutely do enjoy. Also, another pro of it is it kind of gives you that look that you're looking for, right? It gives you the very over exaggerated look that makes it seem like it's completely totally retouched, or you can do a very still minimum look where it still looks natural. So that's definitely a pro where you absolutely have the ability to control the look that you want to get from this plugin. Another one thing is it's absolutely very easy to use. As you can see, you hit a couple, go into filter tab, you go down to the retouch tab, and then you just kind of pick and choose what you want to do. Or you can kind of use the panel, the retouch panel that they provide for you that you download on their website, and then you just hit that button and automatically you adjust the settings the way you want it after you kind of tinker with it a little bit. And again, you will have to go through the standalone first before you hit the automatic to kind of get a good idea of what you like. That's what I had to do first. I have to like kind of go in there and do each of them manually, and then I was like, okay, this is what I like. So therefore, that's the reason why I have my settings on my Retouch4Me panel the way I had it set, because I have tinkered with it enough to know exactly what I want to get from it where it still looks very, very natural to me. So that is definitely a pro as well. Now, cons is it's AI based, right? With anything with AI based, is absolutely going to be a hit or miss. But again, you do have those masks and things where you can actually adjust it. Even in the standalone part, you can go in there and adjust it on the standalone before you even makes a mask on Photoshop, because it does make masks, guys, where you can kind of, you know, race it, do all types of things where you can kind of really be precise with it. So that is a con. That is AI. It's going to make mistakes, but for majority of what I do and how I retouch, it does it 95% of the time for me. It works perfectly. I hit the retouch thing and I'm out the door with it. I'm going on to the next photo and retouching. They do also have a batch retouching as well. You have to look into that too. They also got another plugin on there where you can do a batch retouching of all your photos. Another con of this plugin is that you have to buy the plugins all individually. Now, the plugins definitely range from about $90 to $120 for all the different plugins. So that is a con, because you have to purchase all of the individually plugins separately, and that can be very, very costly once you really start getting into it. Now, for me, I think for the main ones, if you're going to ask me which are the go-tos that you absolutely must need, is I will say the skin mask, I will say the portrait volume, and I will say the dodge and burn. So those are the ones that I had previously before the company reached out to me and asked me to do a video and do a collaboration with them. And then I end up getting all the other ones that I showed you. But definitely those are the pros and cons of the program. Who I think this plugin is for people who does a lot of edits like myself and just kind of want to get done with a lot of things very quickly and trying to save time. Now, again, it is very costly, especially if you're going to get a bundle, because you got to buy these plugins individually. Like, again, they range from $90 to $120. They do have sales. Matter of fact, if you look down the link below, I will have a link down there that will save you a little bit of money. So go down there, get it. It's going to save you some money if you definitely think these plugins are for you. So with that being said and done, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video that I was able to provide for you. I want to give a shout out to Retouch4Me for reaching out to me and wanted me to do a video and collaborate with them, showing them their products. Again, guys, this is a product that I was using before they reached out to me. I definitely want to keep saying that to let you know, like, this is a product I was using before they even reached out to me. I was using it for at least like 3 years. It works amazing, as you see with the demonstrations. You got a lot of control. I ain't gonna say a lot of control, but you do have more control than usual. It absolutely looks great, because I have used other plugins where it don't look too good, right? It doesn't work too well. The AI doesn't render it too well. But Retouch4Me absolutely does an amazing job. If you're a portrait retoucher, a beginner, or whatever, the 3 big ones that I would get if you only say you got $300, or let's just say you can only purchase one, one here, one there, one per month, or whatever the case may be, have your budget, allows you to do. Skin mask, dodge and burn, portrait volume. I lived all my edits for those 3 years off those 3 plugins, and absolutely work amazing. And now, since I have the other ones, they absolutely they kind of just fill in the plugin, and they absolutely work with the other plugins very, very succinctly. Like, they really does. It all works very, very succinctly. So I really want to give a credit to Retouch4Me for making a product that's so good, where it works and all the plugins just work very, very in sync, where they're not really overlapping or canceling out one another. So it just works, guys. It just works. If you like this video, please consider yourself subscribing to my channel. If you like my content, also please consider subscribing to my channel. Again, guys, there's going to be a link down below if you want to purchase any of the products that I have shown you in this video so far. And again, guys, until the next video, peace.